Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Cherno Dog here, and welcome to Hexen. Today we're going to be playing Wrath of Cronos. It's a mod for Hexen, adds a lot of cool stuff. You might notice that I don't have my 3 basic starting classes now, I have 6. Fighter, Cleric, and Mage, obviously your originals, and now Hunter, Necromancer, and Assassin, which we'll get into in later videos. Today, we're going to hop on the Mage, on Archmage, and we're going to play around on Winnowing Hall, show you a couple of things that Wrath of Cronos adds to this game. It's really cool. Alright. Pretty standard. Oh, an Ifrit. Oh. We'll deal with him real quick. So yeah, you'll start off, things will be randomized. There will be new enemies, same enemies. You got your basic items here, you know. This, now, is not a basic item. And here's a reason why I love this mod, is this is a harder enemy for my level. He's not doing it. There he goes. Yeah, these guys, they don't resort to getting in your face like your standard items do. No, they throw their mace at you. And it's the same kind of attack as the fighter's Medusa hammer, where he lobs the hammer out and it explodes. It does splash damage. It actually hurts quite a lot when you're lower level, so try to watch out for that. Now you might notice in the top right of my screen, I have a tab that says select a skill to level up. So if I press J, which is the button I bound it to, I open up my character menu here, and I can go to skills. Lots of new skills. Well, there were never skills in the game to begin with, but now there's skills, and there's lots of them. Each class has their own paths that they can take at I think it's level 15. I don't exactly remember. We'll figure it out together. So the Mage is pretty basic. He has Pyro, Iceborne, and Archon. Pyro's for fire, Iceborne's for ice, Archon's for your arcane. It's mostly defensive stuff. The telekinesis can actually be used in some pretty funny ways later on, you know, shoving enemies off the ledges and things like that. That's always fun. But yeah, we'll get into that relatively soon in the next couple videos. For now, I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to go Fireball. The fire path for the Mage, the Pyro, is probably the best in my opinion. It's insanely powerful, and you'll see in later videos how powerful it is, but just to showcase what it can do now. Oh, I've cornered myself. That's okay. Now, so I have my skills set to 1 through 4 on my keyboard. 1 being my Fireball currently. And so when I tap it, that's what shoots that out. And normally, you know, you'll see that fire attack come from either traps such as these, or the Heresiarch will throw fireballs like that at you. His are homing and they bounce around. The ones that you throw are not homing, but they will bounce around at later levels. And yes, when they tap enemies, they hurt. So right now they just hit and explode. But as you see, I mean, they're hitting for 92, so that's decent. We have another level up, so now, of course, at the early levels, I would recommend sticking to 1 or 2 skills. I'm just going to keep going with Fireball for this video. As for stats, for Mage, Intellect is going to be your primary focus. We'll get into other stats later and what they do, but for now, Intellect is going to be your primary focus, and your main weapon, your Crystal Wand, scales with Intellect. So keep in mind that as you dump points into Intellect, your starting weapon is becoming even stronger. This is a weapon that, honestly, for the Mage, will carry you through the whole game if you want it to. It pierces enemies like it always used to. It has a awesome secondary fire, which all weapons have primary and secondary modes of fire now. The Crystal Wand, obviously, you know, shoots its standard blast, and if I right-click, it fires a much less accurate 3-round burst, which is great for close range, honestly. Good way to pump some damage into enemies if they get too close in your face. or you know, just fireball them. But as far as map design goes, nothing's changed. The maps are the same, the puzzles are the same. Enemy placement is different. Enemy placement and obviously enemy variety now has evolved. There are different varieties of enemies. We haven't seen any Ifrit varieties yet, but those are some of the more annoying ones you'll come across. You have obviously your standard fire Ifrits, but now you also have blue Ifrits, which shoot, you would think like ice, but I think the damage is more magic than ice. I'm not sure. It doesn't freeze you when it kills you, so I don't think it's ice. And then you have red Ifrits, which shoot the blood spells, and you might know that from Heretic, where some enemies would shoot red projectiles at you, and I believe the technical classification for that damage type is blood. You have blood Ifrits now, and they're not nice. These guys, pushovers. Oh, here we go. Look, see, here we have a blue Ifrit. You'll notice that the blue Ifrit, he shoots a lot more projectiles than your standard. You'll notice his projectiles do a lot more damage than your standard Ifrit. And he's more aggressive. Regular Ifrit will tend to kind of back off from you. This Ifrit will not. Same with the red ones. They will actively chase you rather than hang at a distance. There are also boss variations of enemies. I don't think we'll see any of those on level 1 on the Winnowing Hall, but you never know. It can happen. Kill this guy real quick so I can get to what I was about to say. So as a mage, or any character really that starts off with a range, you don't actually have to get the silver key in this map. You can just shoot the bell. I'm gonna get the silver key just to show you, you know, everything, but normally, you know, you'd come in here and, well, there'd be some Ifrits or Ettins in here, but there are no Ettins in here right now. It's okay. And then you would come over here, pop this door open, deal with whatever cretin is lurking inside of here for you. Come up here, and then you would hit the bell. Well, anyway, we've already done that. Now, basically just to go back. You come back here, there'll be some enemies, because of course, you know, you just rung a giant bell, and they're like, hey, dinner time. The minions of Korax are never late for supper. And that's it. We've conquered the Winnowing Hall. You know, thanks for watching. Glad you're here. If you liked the video, you know, maybe subscribe, leave a like, comment, whatever. I'm very responsive to people on here. I'll be uploading a lot more Hexen videos to come. Actually, probably a lot more just today alone. So, yeah, see you in the next ones.